I live in an older neighborhood, used to be a farming neighborhood, but now it's right off Tillotson and Jackson, so not much farming going on there now. Most of the people in my community are older. Let's see, in my neighborhood, there are two black families, no Latinos, no Asians. We have a reasonable Jewish population. Um, I think we had one issue that made us talk to each other a lot more. I should say two. One is the fact that we are a community that lives together. We see each other. People walk, talk, they smile. We didn't have a functioning neighborhood association, so that was one issue that brought us together. And that issue made us look at who had moved into the neighborhood. I am part of a changing neighborhood. It was completely white, um, completely settled people. Children grew up. Sometimes we there'll be a birthday party. Somebody's turning 50 or 60, and they'll come back and say, "I remember when I used to play in your backyard. You had the biggest backyard in the neighborhood." And these are guys who are old. They're almost as old as I am. So we've had a chance to see the neighborhood evolve. The newest issue that caught our attention is that we had a sex offender move in. And that did make people start watching, paying attention. Where are your children? So, on the street where there are the most children, everybody was mindful of where their children were. A couple of families moved away, and that's great, as though we could all avoid being near sex offenders. But uh, I felt sorry for the sex offender in one way, because he basically had to board up and cover up his windows in his protection from neighbors who were watching him, whereas everybody was concerned that he was watching us, but he still chooses to stay there. So safety is probably, in my physical neighborhood, the biggest issue. I feel that the media has been primarily reactive rather than proactive. Some of those sad, sorry news days that we have, where the newspaper is pretty flat, pretty thin, somebody could be finding out. The city made a very concerted effort to get each neighborhood to build up its neighborhood associations and to start them. And under the Tyler administration, even going back to McShirley, the mayor just before Mayor Tyler, some things were starting to happen to make people pay attention to what's going on. If they had just taken the time to assign a cub reporter to just get a report, what's happening with this association, what are your issues, what are the challenges, they'd have a much better view of Muncie